Hey everybody, welcome to Gregsbeerreviews. Let's go see what's in the fridge today. Hey everybody, thanks for stopping by Gregsbeerreviews today. Hoping this is going to be a big treat. This is Real Ale Brewing Company. They're out of Blanco, Texas. This is their Cafe Dilla Porter. And what this was sent to me by Brandon. It says Brewers Cut Project number 18, Cafe Dilla Porter. Porter with distinctive character of Mexican style coffee. Never been to Mexico, but I do like coffee, so we'll see what this brings to the table. And Brandon sent me a little cheat sheet here on it. It says the base porter recipe for our popular seasonal coffee porter is a favorite at the brewery. During the run of this seasonal, we take the opportunity to experiment in cask with other ingredients to create interesting new beers, and Cafe Dilla Porter was born from these experiments. A traditional way to prepare coffee in Mexico that has found its way to coffee shops and restaurant menus all over Texas. The distinct flavor of Cafe Dilla is derived from cinnamon, spices, and piloncillo sugar. I'm not sure I'm pronouncing that correctly, but the maltiness of our porter provides a subtle sweetness usually imparted by the cafe piloncillo, while the cinnamon and other spices serve as an appropriate pull to the chocolate notes of the beer. The result, a more flavorful interpretation of a coffee porter, inspired by the south of the border culinary influence that permeates our great state. 6.6% alcohol, 35 IBUs on this. I'm not sure it has it on the label anywhere. I don't see the ABV written on. It does say best before July 25th of 2016. So we're well within that. So hopefully it's going to be pretty tasty. Not a big fan of the best before dates, as all you know. I'd rather have a bottled on date so we can make that decision instead of going by when they think we should have it. So they're just telling us they want us to have it by then to get the coffee notes and all that kind of stuff. But if it had a bottled on date, you could pretty much assume within 90 days of that bottled on date, you're pretty safe. So, I don't think there's anything else here we need to talk about. Let's go over to the food pairing. This is Bazina's Barbecue, the cheese and butter, brie good Havarti Swiss. And since it is a porter, it goes well with your chocolate dishes, of course. And the meat is beef, smoked meat, and grilled meat. Glass for a pint back in a tumbler, mug, style, Sadella. Yep, you guessed it. My favorite glass, the sovereign beer glass. And it says here, not recommended for selling celery. So they've got the best before date in July. I'm doing this review on June the 20th, 21st? 21st, I think today's date is. So we're well within that timeline. So if they're giving it a 3-month shelf life, we're about 2 months if we're guessing the bottled on date on this. If they're giving it a 3 months, I'm not sure. But once again, Brandon, thanks for sending it to me. I don't think there's anything else we need to talk about, so let's pop the cap on this bad boy and see what this, got a very nice cap on it. We might have to try to save that without bending it up. And put that on the fridge downstairs. And I may have one of these caps already because I've already done a real ale, unless I'm doing different caps on there. Not super dark coming out of the bottle. Looks more like a cola coming out, which is kind of typical for the porter style. Not a lot of them are super dark black like the stouts are. But once you get it into this big bowl glass, a lot of times it looks pretty dark. But to tell you the truth, I can see light through the bottom half here. It's got a nice brownish red tint on the bottom, but it's pretty dark in the bulb part. About a finger of head on that pour. Let's get a nose on it. Definitely getting the sweet malt. Hints of some coffee in there. It smells very sweet on the back end. With the IBUs of only being 35. Maybe some hints of some caramel and toffee in there. Smells very good. Let's see what the Mexican coffee brings to this beer. Cheers, everybody. Cheers, Brandon. Very nice. Nice coffee flavor. A little on the thin mouthfeel side. But you gotta expect that from a low ABV porter. It's not got that rich, chewy, thick, stout-esque qualities to the beer. Kind of light, just not getting any alcohol. It says here 6.6%. Rate Beer has it at 5, so maybe the recipe has changed. Beer Advocate has 6.6% here, so I'm not sure whether the recipes have changed or the Rate Beer is just out in left field on this. I don't know. A lot of times I mean mouth these guys. It's not derogatory because a lot of times the beer changes. So I get some negative comments on that when I mealy mouth either Rate Beer or Beer Advocate, but it seems to me they would try to keep up. Sometimes it happens, sometimes it don't. It smells very good. It's got a very nice sweet back end. Very easy drinking. A lot of the ladies would probably like this because it's so sweet to drink. Of course, a lot of ladies like them big beers too. Mine does. Very nice. Got a nice coffee taste to it. It's not a super espresso, up in your face coffee style. Very nice. Very nice blended beer. I don't drink a lot of Mexican coffee, so I don't know how strong their beans are that they grow down there, and they probably have some strong beans, but this one seems to be kind of on the mild side. So very easy drinking. Very pleasantly done. Very nice. Like I said, I think I've done one, maybe two of the Real Ale beers, and I've got a couple more in the fridge that Brandon has sent me. Very pleasant. Very nice. You could probably drink this for breakfast if you so choose to. It's 6.6%. It's not going to knock you down or make you inebriated or anything like that, unless you're just not used to drinking beers. But it'd be a nice weekend beer if you don't have to work and you wanted to drink this for breakfast. I could see that happening. So, well, let me step on it. It's right out of the fridge, about 40 degrees. Let's let it warm up and step outside. Might smoke a lighter cigar, maybe like a Cohiba or something like that. Probably wouldn't want a big, thick, oily Maduro wrapped cigar to go with this, unless you just prefer that cigar with whatever. I could do either one, but I think I'll smoke a little lighter cigar with this. So I'll be right back, and we'll see where this one ends up. Alright guys, I'm back. Been sitting on it about 30 minutes. Very light, easy drinking coffee porter. Nice sweetness to the back end. I'm not sure if they use lactose on this, but it's not too dry on the back end, which leads me to think they may have. Very nice. I'm getting hints of chocolate and vanilla, coffee, toffee, caramel. Very pleasant. Very well made. Like I said, these guys are out of Blanco, Texas. Very nice rendition of a light, easy drinking, kind of thin on the mouthfeel, but which is very typical for a low ABV porter. Very nice. I would buy this beer. If I could get it here, I would buy this beer. It is very tasty as long as it's not too pricey. I don't know what this beer costs, so Brandon, you might want to put in the comments what a bottle of this costs, or a 4-pack, probably a 6-pack being a 6.6%. So I enjoyed it. It's very, very nice. Very, very well done. Final job. Went very well with the Cohiba Red Dot cigar that I was puffing on with this beer. A light cigar with a light porter to go with it. So, Rate Beer and Beer Advocate, neither one has ratings on it. They don't have enough people that have reviewed this beer to stick their neck out on the line as it may be. So I'm on my own on this one. I do think it's an A beer, guys. It is, but it's on the lower scale as far as I'm concerned. I'm gonna give this 8. If I was putting a numeric rating on this, it would probably be a 90 or a 91. It does have an enjoy by date, which I'm not a fan of. I'd much rather see a bottled on date, but it does have a date on it. So I don't know what they give their beers, whether it's a 3-month or something longer than that. I would think it'd probably be around 3 months. Just guessing. This is what I'm guessing. To get that coffee influence, because coffee will fade over time on the beer. So I'm not sure when it was bottled, but just guessing this is probably a 3-month shelf life. Enjoyed by date, July, maybe June, probably done sometime in April, I would think. So nice, very nice. I enjoyed it. So if you've had this one from Real Ale, the Cafe di Ola Porter, let me know what you think. It was tasty, very nice, maybe a nice transitional beer to get into the porter style. If you like coffee, being a lightweight, 6.6%. Well, I'm going to say lightweight. A lot of people might find that to be a little on the heavy side if you've been drinking the macros or something like a session beer. It's a 4% or a low 5%, 6.6. Two of these, you might feel something on that. So just be careful. Drink responsibly, guys. If you're out in a pub or brew pub drinking beers like this or bigger, have somebody drive you home, or call a cab or Uber or whatever you need to get to where you got to go. Just think of the people that not only you may be involved in, but some soccer mom with 3 kids in the car and you run into them. That'd be a heavy burden to pay. So just drink responsibly, guys. That's where I'm going to leave that. If you had this beer from them, let me know what you think. And come on back tomorrow. Let's see what we can dig out of the fridge. See you then.